What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video of Landon Predicts. And today I'll be predicting week 4 of college football. Already on week 4. It's flying by, man. Week 4 of college football. If you clicked on the video, thank you. Please watch all the way through. If you love college football, I'm the guy for you. I make rants, highlights, predictions, all kinds of things. And it's all college football related, so please hit subscribe. But I'm going to hop into the video. And first, we're going to see how I did last week. This past week, week 3 of college football. Overall, I went 8-3. Good for 73% of my picks correct. If you're wondering the 3 I lost, the 3 I didn't get correct. BYU, I thought they would win. Michigan State, I thought they would win. And Miami, I thought would win. But no, Oregon won. Washington won, and Texas A&M won, so I got those 3 picks wrong. And then versus the spread last week, I went 6-5, good for 55% of my picks correct. And all of that brings my season total to overall on the season, I'm 16-5, good for 76% of my picks correct. And versus the spread total this season, I'm 9-12, good for 43% of my picks correct. So I could do a lot better, but let's hope this week I do a lot better. But let's get into it. I'll leave timestamps in the descriptions so you know what game to go to if you want to see a specific game. First, I'll start off with all the top 5 teams, but I'm going to save Clemson's game later on into the video because it's a pretty big game. First, I have Maryland at number 4 Michigan. Michigan is favored by 17, and I can kind of see why. Obviously, Michigan is coming off one of their best games in program, one of their best seasons in program history, honestly. Went to a playoff, finally ended the Ohio State drought. They did lose a lot to the draft, of course, but they look good this season. I have them ranked in my personal top 10 at number 4 for a reason. I think J.J. McCarthy is a very good quarterback. I think he's an upgrade from McNamara. And I think this Michigan team is a really good unit. I think Harbaugh is a really good coach. But I don't know. I probably haven't said it yet. I didn't make any preseason videos. But I'm very high on Maryland. I'm a big believer in Maryland. Maryland's head coach is Mike Locksley, former offensive coordinator at Alabama, who did amazing while he was at Alabama. And he's brought a lot of recruits there. He's been an excellent recruiter there, bringing in some even 5 stars. And I think it's just any season now could be a big breakout season for Maryland. I'm not going to go and push the button and say they're going to make the playoffs or push for a playoff run, but I could see a 9-3, 8-4 season coming. I think Maryland will vastly improve. And I think Maryland is going to give Michigan a scare. Maryland is going to give Michigan a scare. With Talia Tagovailoa at quarterback, I think he's very good. He has room to develop, of course. He's not exactly what his brother was. All respect to him. I know he probably gets tired of being compared to his brother. But speaking of, sorry to stop my train of thought right here, but Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback, not only former quarterback for my Alabama Crimson Tide, roll Tide roll, but the current quarterback for my Miami Dolphins, had a great game the other day. I don't know if all my subscribers watch NFL, but one of the biggest comebacks in NFL history, 470 yards and 6 touchdowns. It was insane. I loved it. I was screaming. But this is a college football channel. So but my point is, I think Maryland's good. I think Maryland's going to give Michigan a scare, but I think Michigan is going to reign victorious. I do not think Michigan covers the spread. Give me 41-31. Michigan wins by 10. But Maryland puts up a good fight. Then, Wisconsin at number 3, Ohio State. Ohio State favored by 18. And this is another case. I can see why. C.J. Stroud looks amazing. He looks like a front runner for the Heisman Trophy. The whole team looks amazing. Trayvon Henderson looks good. Marvin Harrison Jr., Jackson Smith Enigba. I don't have to go over this. Y'all know Ohio State is a great team. Wisconsin has not looked as advertised this year. They haven't lived up to expectations. Obviously, losing a week, not last week, but the week before, they got upset by Washington State, one of their worst losses in a while. But I think they'll learn from that, and I think they're going to give Ohio State a good matchup. I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's more of a gut feeling. I'm not going to provide statistics to back this one up. It's a gut feeling. It's prime time. Ohio State's bringing out special uniforms under the lights. I think it's going to be a great game. Wisconsin and Ohio State, they usually play each other very hard. I think Wisconsin is going to give Ohio State a great ball game, but I think Ohio State's going to come out on top. Give me 38-31. Ohio State does not cover the spread, but Ohio State wins. Then I have Vanderbilt at number 2, Alabama. Roll Tide roll. Spread for this game is 40 points. I'll be real with you right now. I read that and I did not believe it as an Alabama fan. I think that's way too high of a spread. Vanderbilt's not exactly Georgia. They're not Tennessee. They're not Ohio State. They're not any of these top tier teams. But Vanderbilt's a decent team. They are a decent team, for real. And I think they're going to play a solid ball game. I think Alabama's going to win. I'll tell you that right now. Bryce Young. But we've seen this Alabama offense struggle. I mean, we got the pieces, like I was saying, Bryce Young, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jermaine Burton. Eventually, we'll get Tyler Harrell and JoJo Earl back, Trayshawn Holding, Ja'Cory Brooks. I mean, we have the pieces. It's just none of them are. It's not sticking together like I would want it to. I went on this rant last video. The pieces aren't molding together nicely, in my opinion. Maybe I'm too critical, but in my opinion, and the play calling by Bill O'Brien has been horrendous. But I think Alabama will pull it together. I really think they do. But I think this game will be much closer than 40 points. Give me 42-17, a 25-point ball game. Alabama wins, but they do not cover. But they do win to open SEC play. Roll Tide roll. Then, Kent State at number 1, Georgia. Georgia favored by 44 for a reason. They look like the big dog right now. They look like a true number 1 team. And, I mean, none of this is going to change. They're playing Kent State, favored by 44. Georgia's going to win. I say 52-0. Georgia wins, and they cover. Let's look at some other games. Missouri is going at Auburn to play. Auburn favored by 7. Auburn did not look good last week. One of their worst losses in a while. Penn State blew them out the water. Something I predicted right, by the way. I'm very proud of that prediction. Their quarterbacks don't look great. Zach Calzada was supposed to be quarterback coming into the year. He's had surgeries, and we haven't really seen him. TJ Finley doesn't look good. The other guy, I can't even remember his name. My apologies. He doesn't look good. But Missouri doesn't look good either. Missouri looks like the worst team in the SEC. And at home, at Jordan-Hare, give me Auburn. Give me Auburn. I think they'll cover, too. I hate to say it. I really want to pick against Auburn, but I won't. 24-10, Auburn beats Missouri. Next, Notre Dame at North Carolina. Notre Dame has had its struggles this year, to say the least. I mean, struggled to beat Cal 17-14, and then they got beat by Marshall and beat by Ohio State. It is just not looking good for the Fighting Irish this year. Marcus Freeman is not. I really believed in him. I thought he was going to be a great coach. He does not look it so far. Notre Dame favored by 1. It's at North Carolina. The Tar Heels have home field advantage. Their quarterback, can't remember his name for the life of me. I think it's May. He's putting up some of the most yards, some of the most touchdowns in the nation passing. And this offense, I mean, I just don't think Notre Dame's offense can keep up. Notre Dame's offense has looked abysmal this season. I have North Carolina winning, and frankly, I don't think it's going to be close. I have North Carolina winning 38-13. North Carolina upsets Notre Dame by 25. A little bit of a bold prediction. We'll see if it pays off. Then we have Minnesota at Michigan State. Michigan State, obviously, I was high on them. They went and lost to Washington this past week. Washington, a very good team. I should have gave them more respect. But Michigan State hasn't looked great, and I'm also a believer in Minnesota. I think PJ Fleck, I've been singing his praises for years. I sung his praise. You can go back and look at it. I've sung his praise before he went on that, 10-2 season back in 2019, 2020 or something like that. But I think PJ Fleck's a good coach. I've been high on him for a while, and I think Minnesota's prime for a good year this year. Mo Ibrahim at running back, one of the best running backs in the nation. Tanner Morgan, I believe, still quarterback, one of the most experienced quarterbacks in the nation. Give me the Gophers. Give me the Golden Gophers to beat Michigan State, 31-24. Minnesota wins by 7 and covers. Now, for our last 3 matchups, we have 3 ranked versus ranked matchups. One of them is game of the week. I'll save for the final game. First one, though, I told you I would mention this later. Number 5, Clemson at number 21, Wake Forest. This is going to be an interesting game. Clemson, the Tigers, are favored by 7, but they're at Wake Forest. Sam Hartman is a great quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. Wake Forest has an amazing offense. Clemson's offense has struggled. I really don't think DJ is the guy. I really think some point this season that Cade Klubnik will come in and start at some point. And this game might be it. I think this, if DJ struggles early on, look for Clemson to put Cade Klubnik if Clemson goes down by a couple scores. And I don't know, maybe they will. Maybe they will. I'm the one predicting, but maybe they will. But no, very tough matchup. Very important for the structure of the ACC this year. Give me Clemson to win this game. I think Clemson pulls through. I think Dabo Swinney coaches them up. Clemson has an amazing defense, one of the best in the nation. And I think Clemson will win this ball game. I do not think they cover. I have Clemson winning 35-31 by 4. Extremely close game. But Clemson does not cover, but they do win. Then, I almost made this game of the week until I thought about it more. I thought this was going to be game of the week when I first looked at it. Number 10, Arkansas goes and plays at number 23, Texas A&M. A&M coming off the win over Miami. Now it's a win. It's a win on the... No, it's not on the road. It was at A&M. My bad. It's a win. It's a win versus a top 15 team. It's a win over one of the best ACC teams. Now, was it an impressive win? No. I'm going to be real with you. I'm sorry, but it's not. Texas A&M did not look that improved. Max Johnson did look significantly better than Haynes King. I don't know. Significantly might be a stretch, but he did look better than Haynes King. But we'll see it put to the test this year. Jimbo Fisher versus Arkansas. Arkansas struggled last week. They did not look impressive at all either, struggling with Missouri State. Missouri State went up 17-0 in the second or first quarter, and Arkansas did not get a lead in that game until midway through the fourth. Arkansas did not look good, but I think they bounced back. If you've listened to my videos this season, I'm a big believer in Arkansas. I'm going to continue to be a big believer in Arkansas. Their running back, Raheem, I cannot remember his full name. I'm sorry, guys. Don't have a script for today. Raheem is one of the best running backs in the SEC in the country, perhaps. And KJ Jefferson is an amazing quarterback who I'm very high on. I think Arkansas gets the win. I think Arkansas upsets Texas A&M. Give me Arkansas 31-21. Now, the game of the week. Number 20, Florida, at number 11, Tennessee. A very, very heated rivalry. Or at least it seems like a rivalry to me, just because there's been so many great moments over the years in Florida-Tennessee games. It looks like they give each other a good game every time they play. I remember that Hail Mary Florida threw a few years ago to beat Tennessee. That was one of the craziest moments I can remember. They are both very talented this season. Both have very hyped up quarterbacks. Florida has Anthony Richardson. Tennessee has Hendon Hooker. Two very good quarterbacks. Florida with first-time head coach Billy Napier. Tennessee with Josh Heupel, who's doing a very good job considering what he's been handed. Even though I don't like Tennessee, I don't want to admit that. Florida and Tennessee, two of my most hated teams. Two of my commoners' most hated teams. I know y'all don't like them either. But I think this will be a very close matchup. Tennessee favored by 11. I don't think Tennessee covers, but I do think Tennessee wins. I have Tennessee winning this ball game, 41-35. I think Hendon Hooker puts on an amazing performance, and I think Anthony Richardson chokes in crunch time. Give me Tennessee to win this ball game, but they do not cover. Tennessee wins 41-35. Tennessee wins by 6. What do you think of my predictions this week? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm right? Let me know in the comments below. I will read every single one of them. But thank you for watching. Hopefully I can go get really good on my picks this week. Hopefully I can go 10-0. That would be lovely. Hopefully. But thank you for watching. Peace out.